So, fun fact, if my wife let me, I would buy a skid steer and a trailer, and I would start a business with a skid steer. Moving dirt and stuff for people.
Why don't you go ask that man if you can play with his? Just be like, can I just like turn it around a couple times?
I know how to drive a skid steer, babe. I know how to operate equipment.
Well,
I'm just saying.
You can move that pile of dirt for him.
Like, I'm not a professional with equipment, but I have operated all of the kinds of equipment.
Yeah.
Because I worked on them. But I want to have a skid steer business. So you start out with a skid steer, and then you add...
He's not doing anything productive right there.
Yeah, he is. Then you add a mini excavator, and then you add a dump trailer, and you're in business.
Here.
Why do you kill my dreams?
Oh, yeah. Okay, A and B equipment. Okay, FatheringAutism. I don't kill dreams, sir.
I've been successful with both of those.
And the landscaping business.
Yeah, we did great with that.
I know. But there has to be a point in time in which I say, Asa, enough's enough.
Yeah. When I'm dead and gone. Then you can be like, no more bright ideas by Asa.
They did a lot of work today.
Come on, wouldn't that be cool? Isaiah, wouldn't that be cool?
What?
To have a skid steer?
Just say no.
Wouldn't it be awesome?
Yeah, you can make that pond done in like 10 minutes with that.
No, that's the excavator.
You wouldn't even get it through the gate. You wouldn't have a way to get it through here.
I could get a mini X through the gate. I've done it.
I know.
That was one of the best days of my life. Getting to rent a mini excavator.
A little lawnmower, basically. Like this.
Yeah, it's like a lawnmower with a bucket. Yeah. Look at him, Scylla. He's so happy. He's just living his best life.
Seriously, I don't think there's anything better than heavy equipment.
Right?
Dirt around.
Look at him. What a lucky guy.
What a lucky guy.
Morning. Where's your mama? No, that's your lunch. Where'd you guys go? Did you go for a walk? We're gonna have a good day? I hope so. Put your backpack up there. Toss it in. Nope, come on. No, in the back. Don't worry about the door lock, it's fine. It's just gonna unlocking it anyway. That's the only thing that I would take away if I could, is this need to do certain things, you know? Like the need to lock and unlock doors. It doesn't bother me so much. I just, that's not the reason. You got it? Okay, alright. Just every day, the things, this methodology that she has, the things that have to be done. And I don't really know, I'm just speculating, I'm just assuming that it's unsettling for her if it doesn't happen, So, like, if there's something that she can't do, like she can't reach a door lock or can't figure out how to turn a light off or something, like how does that impact the rest of her day? That's something I think about. Fella. I just stopped to get some herbs and stuff. Check it out. Got some thyme and oregano and kale for the quail. Kale for the quail. Oh wow, that's a big yellow and black one. I didn't see that one. Priscilla and Isaiah give me a hard time because I like butterflies. I mean, come on. Like, look at the butterflies, right? Of all of God's creations, it's the most absurd creature. Most beautiful, but just wild. Like, that's the kind of things where, like, God was showing off. You know what I'm saying? He had to have been. Like, completely unnecessary. He's like, I want to make a bug. Like, he's still going to make a bug, like a creepy, crawly bug, just like every other bug. But let's also make it like a fairy, Wilding out. See them nails.
Oh, hold on. Aren't they cute?
They're beautiful. I
really
like them.
like
They're some of my favorites, I think.
Yeah.
It's a yummy looking salad that you're having.
I think so.
Priscilla ordered groceries. She got me chicken wings. That's all I had, just chicken wing.
Yep. You're not really a sides kind of guy.
Hey, look.
Are they loving their plants?
They're loving the plants.
I was cracking up. I was like, oh my gosh, this man. He went to the. I was like, why did it take him so long to get back? That's why.
Why? What do you mean?
This morning, because you went to the garden. You went to the nursery.
How do you know?
Because you had this stuff sitting on the porch.
Oh, yeah, I did. I forgot. I left the evidence outside.
Can we not do our nail? Like, sir, you went to a whole garden. Don't
I just
even-
ran in real quick. Look out there. You know what I got for him?
Yeah,
I got 'em.
cilantro.
No, not cilantro. They're not Hispanic, quail. Herb joke. I got them thyme and oregano and kale.
Are they eating it?
Yes.
That's so funny.
They love having the potted plants out there. And I have a camera running in the coop. It's so cute.
Oh my gosh.
Doesn't it look cute?
It's like Jurassic Park out there.
Jurassic Park. So I was going through the comments. I just recently posted a TikTok, reel, YouTube, short, all that. When we were at the aquarium, the Georgia Aquarium, and because there's this moment at the aquarium where this lady, Abby, the lady didn't do anything. Abby grabbed this lady's arms because she got excited and she started doing her swaying dancing. Right? She was just dancing, and some of the reactions to the comments are. I can't believe that lady acted that way, blah, blah, blah. Like, and no, totally in the woman's defense, like, nobody expects to be grabbed like that. Like, she's looking up at an aquarium and all of a sudden someone grabs her hands, her wrists, and starts pulling on her. The reaction was totally normal. I don't blame the lady at all. She was, like, shocked and taken aback and, like, pulled away, I don't blame her at all, not in the least bit. It's easy to see, like, in hindsight or after the fact, from a third person perspective, and react differently, or you think you'd react differently. But this one comment, because I wrote on screen in that short, is like, I didn't know what to say, in the moment, right? And this person said, maybe say, sorry, my daughter got excited and she likes to dance when she's excited. And they said, actually, yes, those exact words would have worked perfectly. And 100%, I totally agree. I responded to that person. That would have worked perfectly. I think we've all had those moments of hindsight where you're just like, I should have said this maybe. It sounded so dumb in my head, and I immediately knew it did. Like, when I just looked at the lady with her just shocked look on her face, and I said, she's just dancing. Like, what? It doesn't even make sense. You're in an aquarium, she's just dancing. That's why she grabbed you by the wrists, and she was little. This was like 5 years ago. She was not aggressive. She just grabbed her and started dancing. And I don't know. I just reflecting back on that. But I told the person. But then there's the other aspect of it where I'm sorry. We have said before, haven't we, Scylla? We've said, I'm sorry she has autism. We're not apologizing for her autism. We're like apologizing for intruding on someone's ear space, or, Abby gets too close to someone, gets in their personal space, and we're apologizing for that. But as parents, you can ask any parent of a child with a disability, you really get tired of apologizing for your child because, and it's not us being rude. Like, we don't mean it. Like, I'm not going to apologize for my kid. That's not what we're saying. It's just after a while, you're like, I'm so tired of apologizing for who they are as a person, Not that you don't feel sorry that, like, you somehow, impeded or impacted this person's life in a negative way. So, your loved one did that. Like, I would apologize for any of my family members. You kind of get to a point where you're like, I don't want to say I'm sorry my kid has autism anymore. So I did kind of quit doing that a while ago. I moments like that taught me, and I take the time now to explain things. They teach you, like, in business to have an elevator pitch. like especially like when people ask us what we do for a living, we always get weird looks and we don't really know what to say. We're like, we're content creators, we're YouTubers or whatever. Like you have to have some kind of elevator pitch to make it less awkward. And we did the same thing with Abigail when we explained to people. Now that she's older, it's easier because the older that she has gotten, the more obvious it is that she has a disability. You know, when she was really young, you know, like, is she having just a temper tantrum because she's a little kid? You know, now she's older. You know, behaviors are less common the older you get, therefore it's more obvious, so less explaining is required. However, yeah, let me know if any of you can validate those feelings for me. You have the same feelings, you've experienced the same situation, where you're just like, man, it breaks my heart. Like, I feel apologetic, but it also breaks my heart to apologize for my kid. You know what I'm saying? To apologize for who they are. Not just because of their actions, but this is something they do because of their disability. So anyway, that was my thought. It's a good reel though. It was a lovely trip that we had. That was like the weekend of COVID. Like that was the weekend that everything shut down. That was right at the start of spring break or the end of spring break. That was right at the end of spring break, March 2020. Like, the next day, we woke up and everything was shut down. It was crazy. But anyway, yeah. Hey, can I sit here? No, can I sit here? Can I sit over here? Abigail, can your father sit with you? Can I sit on the couch? Hey. Hey. I shouldn't have asked, I guess, huh? I just
Yeah, why would you ask?
I don't know, but now she's told me no.
You better sit on the table.
Do you want me to sit here? Sandy said, you can sit there, Dad.
What are you doing, Nola? I might need the clock.
Yeah.
Maybe like half.
Can I sit right here? What do you mean? You want the whole room to yourself? I don't know. What are you guys doing? Oh, did you just kiss her? I saw that. Y'all are cute. What's the matter? What's the matter? You don't like other people getting loving? Abby doesn't want to be messed with today, in case you can't tell. She's not about it. So, we'll mess with her. Let her be. That's fine. She, you know, she's like at the point where she works so hard during the day with her vocational program. Like, it's a weekday, it's Tuesday, so she just wants to chill. I got no problem with that at all. She still does help out. Like, she's gonna help Priscilla with the dishes in a minute, and she does. You know, she still does things around the house. She still has a routine when she unpacks her backpack when she gets home. She has to go through all those things. You know, pick up her room if need be. Like, that's different. You know what I'm saying? It's just like the additional input from other people outside of the norm, which is great. Like, that's great progress, because it used to be like we couldn't mess with her at all. You know, when she was kind of done for the day. So that's great progress. She knows she has things that she needs to do, just like everyone else does, just like you or I do. So I consider that a win. Anybody else feeling, I just had this today, this feeling, like, I don't know what it's called. Maybe it's like news fatigue or something. I just felt a little overwhelmed. I've never been one to really let outside influences get to me too much. I kind of, you know, just worry about what I can control. But, you know, we had the hurricane that hit Florida, right? And then it hit the Blue Ridge. Just the devastating news coming out of there, coming off the west coast of Florida, just like all that bad news, right? There's a couple of wars going on in different countries right now. We're in an election year. There's a vice presidential candidate debate tonight. We're coming up on the 1-year anniversary of the attack that's, you know, like the whole Israeli and Palestine, like that's coming up in just a couple of days. There was a chemical plant explosion and like massive fire outside of Atlanta. Now we have the union strike going on. I always like to be informed and know what's going on in the world around me, but at some point you just kind of get to where you're like, okay, I need to shut down devices and just like step away from current events and just maybe not be aware, head in the sand, ignorance is bliss type of situation, because it can get so overwhelming. There's something to be said about that for like our younger generations and whatnot. I saw this thing where the older generations always talk about how, kids don't know what, hardship is. They haven't experienced stuff like that. But one thing they do experience, they may not experience the Great Depression, but one thing they do experience is this feeling of having just like bad news poured into their brainwaves every single day from every single corner of the world that you didn't have back then, because you didn't have the internet. You didn't have this constant flow of information, as far as like the human condition and how people are doing on the other side of the planet. Like, you didn't have that. So it's a real thing. Like, there's an actual like medical, mental health issue that goes along with it. But I don't know. Let me know. It's just getting to me right now. I feel like it's raising my stress levels a little bit. I just think about it a lot. There's a lot going on right now. If you don't think about those things, I'm sorry that I brought them up. Maybe you don't know about them and you're just living blissfully. Lucky you. Because, let's be real. There's nothing we can really do to change it, A lot of venting in today's vlog. I cut the grass today. It gave me time to think. This always happens, See? That's why cutting the grass is dangerous. Those monotonous activities where you can just think and think. Man, the things that go on inside my head. I hope you guys have a great night. I'm sorry I brought things up. That probably ruined your night for you. Anyway, have a good one. Bye.